And welcome back to another video. You know what I'm saying? We got a NBA 2026 playoff prediction. Yeah, I got the NBA bracket challenge up. I'm about to go through the NBA playoffs and pick the winners for each series, and I'm gonna announce my picks for the East and Western conferences this year. Starting with the West, we got the Thunder or the Thunder are the ones that are going to be playing either the Suns or the Warriors. So this game's going on as I'm recording this. The Warriors Suns game is going to be tomorrow, and I think the Warriors will win that game. And the Thunder are going to beat whoever comes out. It doesn't really matter. I think the Suns and the Warriors will both get a game off the Thunder. They're both pretty good teams, especially for 8 seeds, so I can see them getting one game. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a sweep, though. I think, but I think the Thunder will beat the Warriors in 5 games. Too much firepower on the Thunder. Shea, nobody on the Warriors is going to be able to stop Shea. He's going to get his. They're a more well-rounded team than either one. Either or the Suns or the Warriors. They're just a better team. Then next series we got in the Western Conference, we got the Lakers versus the Rockets. Now we know no Luka, no Austin Reeves for the Lakers, so it's gonna be difficult. LeBron's gonna have to carry like a huge load. This team is not very good defensively. The Rockets, they haven't looked great at all this season to me. They struggle shooting the ball. They have nobody to really initiate offense for them, really. So I don't think it's gonna matter too much for the Lakers without Luka and Austin Reeves. So I could see the Lakers still in the game. I see the Lakers split in the first 2 games, and then the Rockets winning in 5. They're a more healthy team. They're more well rounded, better defense. Rockets are 5, and then we got our 3-6, Denver versus Minnesota, and we have. This is actually a pretty good first round matchup. You know, I think it was last year or the year before that. The Timberwolves beat the Nuggets in the 7 game series. Now, obviously, that was a different Timberwolves team, but still, they don't fear Denver, so should be a good one. Um, the Nuggets, they got the best player in the series. They're a better team. They got guys I trust more. I mean, Jokic and Murray, the best duo in the NBA. I don't see anybody stopping them, especially on the T Wolves. And then T Wolves, they got Ant. You know he's gonna get his, but what about everybody else? You know, I could see them winning 2 games in this series, but Denver ultimately will come out on top. I think it's 6 games. Tough series though for Denver, first round, but they should pull it off. Wouldn't be too surprised if the T Wolves won. I'll be surprised, but I wouldn't be too surprised. But anyways, next series I got the Spurs. We got the Spurs, the 2 seed Spurs versus the 7 seed Trailblazers, and I think this could be a sweep. I'm not confident in the sweep here though, because it's just a lot of talent going on here, and on both sides really. Denny has had a 40-point game playing. He's been playing out of his mind, It's a young team with energy, with a couple of vets too, like Drew Holiday, and Jeremy Grant. You know, I can see them still in the game from San Antonio. But that's the most I would give them though. Just one. San Antonio has great defense, led by obviously Victor Wembanyama, MVP candidate, Defensive Player of the Year, best defensive player in the game, top 5 player in the game, and he's surrounded by a bunch of guys that can hoop. So I don't fully trust everybody on that roster outside of Wemby, but they're still a great team. So 5 games, Spurs are 5. So to recap the Western Conference first round, we have Thunder in 5, Rockets in 5, Nuggets in 6, Spurs in 5. So no sweeps, no 7-game series in the West. Let's go down to the East region. We have Pistons versus either the Magic or the Hornets. I think the Hornets are going to win this game. I would rather the Hornets win because the Hornets and the Pistons have a little feud going on, and they honestly that would be a really fun series to see. Yeah. So hopefully the Hornets do beat the Magic. Magic are a terrible basketball team. Not terrible, but they're just a terrible watch, honestly. Franz coming off an injury. Paolo Banchero looks terrible. All they really have is Desmond Bain really holding it down. Hornets have a lot more juice on their team. I see them winning that game, and then they'll be the 8th seed, and then they'll have to play the Pistons, they'll lose a series, but it'll be a fun series because they had that huge beef going on in the regular season, so that'll be just fun to see, man. I could see Pistons winning 5 games. Obviously led by Kate Cunningham. You know what he can do. And JD, he gonna be a lot to deal with. Yeah. I think the Magic could give him a tougher series, honestly, but the Pistons they have a lot of things going for them. They're the best defense outside of the Spurs, in my opinion, in the playoffs. Outside of the Spurs and OKC, so they're third best defense in the playoffs, in my opinion. And the only question is, do they have a? They don't really have the secondary ball handler to take the pressure off of Cade. So it's like, fuck, man, what do you do? If you don't got it going, it could be tough, but still, they should win this series. Now, I have the Hornets coming out, and if they play the Hornets, they have 3 legit ball handlers who can score the ball. Even though Concaneva has been off recently, they still have guys like Kobe White that can come in and give them some offense. So they're not going to struggle to score points. It's a tough defense. So the Pistons, they just gotta do what they did in the regular season: defend and play through Kate Cunningham, and they should be fine. Next series, you got the Cavs versus the Raptors. Now, I think this is going to be a sweep. Honestly, it's going to be a competitive sweep in my opinion. The Raptors are not a playoff team, even though they are the 5th seed. They're just not a team that you trust in the playoffs because their half court offense isn't that great. I really trust Scotty Barnes and what he can do, but everybody else, I know you got Bi, you got Emmanuel Quickly. Yeah, I like CMB. They got defense, man. Make it really bother Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, but you got to score points on the other end. It's gonna be difficult. This team is not well constructed, but they know how to play and they find a way to win games. So they could win one. I'm gonna go. This is my only sweep in the first round. And it's the 4-5, which don't really make sense, but it's just my gut feeling. Next up, we got the Knicks versus the Hawks. Now the Hawks, to me, are the most underrated playoff team this year, led by Jalen Johnson in the breakout season of Nickeil Alexander Walker. I think This could be. I think this is gonna be a 6 game series, and I have the Knicks winning this because this team is already. They've been through this already. They know how to play when it comes to playoff, come playoff time, and then I don't really trust. I don't really trust guys outside of Brunson on this team, but they're still the better team, um, offensively. Now the Hawks are really good defensively. They have a perimeter defense and they have good rim protection. They got guys like Dyson Daniels who you can throw at Jalen Brunson. They got Nah. You can throw him at Jalen Brunson. You can do a lot. So they can make life tough for him and force other guys to score the ball, which I think they'll do. And they'll have an easier time if they do that. So I think they'll be able to win 1 game on the road, one game at home in this series, but they'll lose at 6. Knicks are just a deeper team, and they'll win that series. And let's see, we got next series. We got the Celtics. Sorry, Celtics versus the Sixers. If y'all can see that, but Celtics versus Sixers. And now the Celtics obviously got Jason Tatum back. They got probably the best coach in the Eastern Conference. Well-rounded team. They just know how to play, man. Sixers are outmatched. The Sixers won't have Embiid in the first round, so they're gonna be really relying on Tyrese Maxey and the inconsistent Paul George to try to will them to victories, and then they'll have VJ Edgecombe, who could be an X factor in the series. Celtics should win this in 5 or 6 games. I don't see a way the Sixers win this unless Maxey has an all-time performance in this series. I think Celtics is just a better team, man. 5 games. I'll keep it nice and simple. And then I think that might be it for Embiid and Philly. Because it's like, damn, what do you do? What do you do? Can't stay healthy. Can't play. They're not going to be able to win ever like that. So they're just going to have to come to realize. So to recap the Eastern first round, we got the Pistons in 5 games over the Charlotte Hornets. Cavs 4 games over the Raptors. Knicks 6 games over the Hawks. Celtics 5 games over the Sixers. Back up to the West. So we have the Thunder versus the Rockets. Then we have the Nuggets versus Spurs. Now let's look at this 1-5 matchup. Thunder versus Rockets. So in the second round now, we got the Thunder going against the Rockets. Now, the Thunder are the best player in this series. They're better in every way possible. There's not a single way the Rockets are better. With that being said, I think the Rockets can really go. They can play big versus OKC and kind of try to create some mismatches there and control the offensive glass, which they've done in the regular season. So they'll probably do it come playoff time. But offensively, they really could struggle initiating offense. They don't really have a point guard out there. They just have guys who are connectors. Outside of Kevin Durant, nobody on that team is really a get a bucket type of guy. Sengun can get a bucket down low, but he don't really create too much. Then Amin Thompson, he can't score outside the paint. Then everybody else is just, if they don't got it going, they can't score the ball at all. So they're really gonna be relying on Kevin Durant, and he's damn near 40 years old. He can't play make. He's Kevin Ray. He's gonna score the ball no matter who's on him. And I think the Thunder will have the guys to match up with him. So it's gonna be tough for Rockets to win the series. They're gonna have to have somebody step up, whether it's Sengun, Thompson, fucking Tari Eason, whoever, Reese Shepard. It doesn't matter. Somebody. Uh, Thunder. I think the Thunder will win the series though, and I want to say 5 games. Rockets will have a good game where they're hiding them. Thunder be cold 1 game, so I'll say 5. Thunder in 5. Next up, we got the Nuggets versus the San Antonio Spurs. This is gonna be the best series of the playoffs, best series of the second round. Wemby versus Jokic. Now, I think this will go 7 games. The Nuggets, you're more battle tested. You got vets who've been there before. You got best player, maybe the second best player in the world, Jokic, debatable with Shea, and you got guys that you trust come playoff time, man. So what I like with the Nuggets, you can actually bring Wemby out the paint with Jokic, so he's not crowding the paint. He has to step out on Jokic and guard him. So it opens up everything. Kind of neutralizes what he can do. So the Spurs defense won't be as effective because he's gonna be right out the paint, and it will really just open things up. And I think Jokic can take advantage. I expect Cass to play good defense on Jamal Murray, and I expect the Spurs young guys to get punched in the face a little bit in this series, and it's gonna be a good one to watch. So I got, with that being said, I got Nuggets at 7 experience wins. Let's get to the East, second round. Let's see, we got. We got. All right, I don't know if y'all can see that second series, but we got Pistons versus Cavs, 1 versus 4. Man, the Pistons is a young team right here who, honestly, they got guys that can match up with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. They got Asar Thompson you can throw out there. They got that boy Ron Holland. He's a dog. He will defend his ass off. So they got the defense, and they got Jalen Duren at the rim, who's gonna have his hands full with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. So it's gonna be tough. The Cavs, they're the team I trust more to win the series. I know the Pistons are 1 seed, 60 wins, all that, but offensively they're just not consistent enough for my liking. I think down the stretch I can count on Donovan Mitchell to do something. I know James Harden is iffy in the clutch, but it's gonna be Donovan Mitchell with the ball in his hands. Yeah. With that being said, I got Cavs at 6. More complete team. They have less weaknesses. And they got that boy D Mitch. Playoff riser. He gonna do it to him. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Pistons won. I mean, they're a great team. But they're just a little too young and they're just missing out a secondary ball handler. And I'll come to bite them in this series. Knicks Celtics 3-2. We got rematch of last year. You remember last year the Knicks took care of the Celtics, I think it's 6 games. Pretty handedly. I know Tatum went down and late in that game. He was going off that game too. The Celtics gonna want their revenge. But yeah, I think they're gonna get it this year. Even though the Knicks they match up really well with Brown and Jalen Brown, Tatum. They got OG and McHale to throw at them, and they're a little weak at the center spot. They got Nemus Cater, who's gonna be able to handle Cat too much, but he'll get his versus Cater, and it comes out of coaching though. Joe Mazzulla is the better coach. He's the best coach in the Eastern Conference, one of the best coaches in the league. It's gonna show up in this series to me. And as long as Boston's playing like they do in the regular season, hitting their shots, contain Jalen Brunson, and they have the guys to do it, they'll be able to win the series in 6, maybe 7 games. Fuck it, 7 games. Celtics move on to the ECF. Back up to the East Western Conference, we got Thunder versus Nuggets. Who makes it to the finals? Nah, the two best players in the world will go up against each other in this series. You got Shea Jokic. I think the Thunder have the better supporting cast, but I think the Nuggets have the best two-man game with Murray and Jokic. In the series, I see Jokic getting the best of Shea in the series because he gonna with his playmaking, he'll be able to punish the defense, man. The Thunder, it's gonna be dependent on if they can hit their threes. Can they shoot? You're gonna have to sub in Jerry McCain, who isn't a defender. Maybe Isaiah Joe, who isn't a defender because you're struggling to shoot, and that could hurt you. So that's what OKC's one flaw. They don't got guys that can do both. They don't got shooters and defenders. They don't got 3 and D. They just got defenders, or they just got 3-point shooters. So that could hurt them. Now, this series, I don't think anybody's beating the Thunder in 6 games. So Nuggets is 7. Nuggets is 7, bro. Damn. Nug- I don't know. Nuggets is 7 games, man. It's just I can't go against the Joker, bro. That motherfucker cold. Shit, he too light in the tail, man. These teams matched up versus each other, I think, last year. You know who won, but this Nuggets team is a little better in my opinion. And I think they'll pull it off. It's gonna be difficult, but they'll pull it off. ECF is the Cavs versus Celtics. This is a good matchup here. We got the Celtics, who think the better shooting team, more well-rounded team. I think they got their guys mesh a little better than the Cavs, who have made a lot of trades. So they got new guys who haven't really been there, who haven't really played with each other, or haven't been in the playoffs at all. So it's a little concerning, but the two J's over there in Boston, you trust them to get it done. Who do the Cavs really have to match up with JB and Tatum? They got Jalen Tyson, Keon Ellis. So you got to sacrifice some offense to have some defense out there, and I think the Celtics don't have to do that. So they'll go ahead and beat the Cavs in 6 games. I think James Harden struggles this series, and people are going to be on his ass. Let me see what we We have the finals. Let me try to. Hold up. We got the Nuggets versus Celtics in the finals. Right here. Now, let's see if I can move this over a little bit. We got Nuggets versus Celtics. All right. Now, this has the potential to be one of the greatest finals we've ever seen right here. We got the Joker and Murray going against Tatum and Brown. This will be a final match we've never seen before. So that's why I like it a lot. Now, there's a huge mismatch going on with Jokic and Neemias Queta in this series. What does Boston do? Do they let Jokic do what he wants and have everybody else beat him, or do they hone in on Jokic? I think what they'll do is they'll try to let Jokic have his, because Jokic is Jokic. He's gonna do what he wants, and they'll try to contain everybody else, which is the best thing to do. And then on the other side, you got Boston. They're gonna stick to what they do. They're gonna try to hunt mismatches with Jokic. They're gonna shoot the three. They're gonna defend. How well will Payton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Baylor Shireman, how well will they shoot in the playoffs in a final setting? How well will they shoot? Is Tatum 100%? Is he really that healthy to give it a go, or to just is he fully healthy to enough to win this series? Can he get it done? That's the question. It's a great series right here, and I think the Nuggets will win this, man. It's just they don't have the bodies to throw at Jokic. Vucevic ain't gonna get it done. That's for damn sure. And Neemias Queta ain't gonna get it done. So Nuggets 7 games. No, it's 6 games actually. And we'll have a combined. In game 1, we got 230 points. Fuck it. I don't know. That's a lot. Well, we'll do that later. But yeah, that's my playoff bracket. I got the Nuggets beating the Celtics in the NBA Finals. Jokic gets his 2nd ring. Nuggets will win it all. Jokic is in top 10 talks after this if he wins. So we'll see. But anyways, that's my NBA 2026 playoff bracket. And thank you for watching. Bye.